What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Toonen to Dillon. This is a very special episode. Why? Because we got this guy right here, right from down the street, Bayport legend, Wisconsin legend, and going into his 7th year in the league, just finishing up year 6, Alec Ingold, Wisconsin legend. And for episode number 40, before we let our guests talk, name a random NFL player with the number 40.
Random? I mean, Mike Allstott comes to mind right away.
Yes. One more.
40 is a tough one now that I'm thinking about it. Gale Sayers.
Ooh, perfect.
Yeah.
I love it. Now we're good. We're cooking now.
Yeah, here we go.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. We're staying in the backfield. That's what I like about this thing. This is like a running back. It's a backfield episode.
Yes, it is.
It's built for it. We got to bring you in on our dive bar plan at some point. You'll name it the backfield. It's going to be here in Green Bay.
It's going to be a dive bar here?
Yeah.
Dive bar.
We're going to call it the backfield.
The backfield. It's
gonna,
gritty.
Yeah. All the drinks are like the double wedge. Like,
Wing tee.
Yeah, yes. It's going to be insane. So that'll be a fun project. But how you doing, man? The season finished up. How you feeling? What do you got going on?
Season finished up pretty poorly. I'm not going to lie. We had a lot of expectations. So, we're middle of January, end of January, heading into February. Playoff games are hard to watch.
Especially these ones.
It's hard to watch. And it's like you're expecting to be there. Don't make it out. So I need to change my mindset and perspective in watching these games because I don't have fun. I get so frustrated. All the little nuances, people talking trash, and you played against these guys and you see them out there, and it's like, man, I'm just jealous. I'm sitting on the couch. It's tough, but a lot of good football out right now.
For sure. I mean, you look at this last week, and I feel you. Spending the year on IR this year, sitting on the couch, it was like that first couple months of it, I couldn't watch a game. My wife was like, hey, let's turn on the NFL. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. Yeah. I don't want to watch it.
By the end of it, were you full into red zone and everything?
No, man. I went fully into fantasy football.
Right on.
I'm loving it.
Yeah, we at one point we had red zone set up on the patio. We were grilling brats. It was beer brats. Yes, soaked in Miller Lite. We're boiled in Miller Lite for about 20 minutes and then throw them on the grill.
Onions, Lowry's.
So far. We need to do that soon, especially this week that's warming up.
Yeah,
so.
Well, you brought the nice weather.
I showed up, it was negative 30. So it just took a little bit for it to get up.
You thought it.
Yeah. That's funny.
That's great. And so you're training out here now, and did you open up a gym?
Yeah, so Sports Advantage, we got probably 7 or 8 gyms across the state right now. Yeah. Joe Thomas is one of the big partners, Rob Havenstein, Alex Erickson. So Madison area, there's a few of them, and then Appleton is the closest one up to us. So head down there a few times a week, get after it. Train the chain. That's what they talk about, posterior chain. Getting after it.
Train the chain. I like it.
That's T-shirts made, everything, man. We're branded for
Hey,
sure.
I love that.
If you get the merch, you're legit.
It's solidified for sure.
Then you just need a hashtag, and you're good.
Yeah, 100%.
You're off and running.
Anything coming more north into Green Bay? Or
would love to. Yeah, I think the tough part about that gym situation is, especially in Brown County and Green Bay, a lot of the really good football programs have great facilities. So
which is crazy.
If you're going to open up a new gym here, it's tough. It's hard to break in. A bunch of the high school kids, they're going to be working out with everybody else, and they have the whole thing, the whole plans already in place. So we try and consult with a lot of the high schools, help their speed and strength go within the high school. And then anybody that wants to get a little extra work can come out to the spot.
I mean, the difference between what we had when we were in high school. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying that right now. I feel like an old head. Or what are we technically? We're not Unk. We're Big Bro. Or what? Age gaps.
We're Big Bro.
We're Big Bro. After 25,
you're not Unk until you're 34.
34.
34 is on.
Okay, so we got got a
little bit.
We're still Big Bro, but
you're about to be 27, so.
Yeah.
You are getting a little closer.
Well, Alex older than me.
Yeah, I'm 28 now. Once I hit that 30 piece, it's going to be tough.
That's funny. But I just remember, there was one place that had a turf field that we could, do 7-on-7 at. We played against each other in that all the time. Yep. It was super competitive, but the field was, way smaller, and it got so chippy so quickly, as you can imagine. But fun memories. But, yeah, now everybody's got an indoor field. So.
Right, I heard you were throwing hurdles. Back in the day.
De Pere's finest.
Jacob DeMille.
It was, dude, that was crazy. It was their first, and now I get cringe anytime I think about high school and the antics that went into chippiness of 7-on-7. But we all went through it.
It's
the De Pere High School opened up their field, and it was like it was like a turf field, big grand opening. And
it was on a Thursday too, so everybody went. Like everybody went to go watch.
Hit a nice hurdle. It was sweet,
but not a backwards hurdle.
No, I was not Saquon level yet. No, not at all.
Do you think you could? We had this discussion a while back. Do you think you could pull that off?
Absolutely not. I would hurt so many muscles.
Would you try it though?
If I was 215 pounds and like 18 years old, maybe. Right now, no, I'd hurt every bone in my body.
Yeah, no, Saquon's different. That's what I was like. I don't even know how you think of that, and just like, you know what? I'm gonna just spam triangle. I'm gonna just.
Well, you have to be like that is premeditated.
Yeah, he saw him coming, spun. Was like,
no way, it's not just spidey senses.
No,
that's got to be like I could do that. Like if I get turned around and I know someone's going low on me, I should jump.
Yeah, like for a year, and it's like that situation popped up. How many situations do you think that happened where he thought about it and didn't do it?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I want to see. So, there's probably some like he was about to, and it didn't. I want to have somebody go find those. I remember when he was at Penn State, he did he like hurdled into one guy, bounced off another one, and like kept running. I was like, that's insane. But he topped it.
The run against Iowa that he had, that's one I always remember where he just like stopped on a dime and everybody like ran. He's been going crazy these playoffs.
You Big Ten guys.
He ripped my heart out in the Big Ten championship, man. We had him contained for so long.
Oh yeah,
hit a wheel route against us, Big Ten championship. They came back like 21 points and beat us.
Yeah, that was a tough one. You went to a bunch of Big Ten championships.
We went to 2. Yeah, the Penn State one blew a huge lead. The next year against Ohio State, I remember I was on Punt Pro, and I had Sam Hubbard and Nick Bosa lined up against me right next to like the long snapper. I'm like, I'm gonna have to block both of these guys. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I just sacrificed the body, tried to get the ball out. Yeah,
just die a slow death. That's what they say. Like when you're ever a running back in pass pro and you're taking on like Daniil Hunter or something, it's like. Just die a slow death.
Stay in his way.
Just let him
fight till you lose.
Let him get it. Let the quarterback get the ball. And speaking of quarterbacks, I did not know this. I found this out literally this week when you said you were coming on the show. I knew you went to Bayport, and then I just kind of assumed you were always fullback, running back,
right?
Quarterback.
Yeah.
Do you miss it? You miss it at all?
I miss it. I wish, like, in a different world, I would have loved to, like, see how that played out, but I would not be where I can't throw the ball like that. So, I mean, you see Jordan Love, Tua, like, you see how accurate these guys are. I had no shot. Absolutely none.
Yeah, we didn't respect the throw, honestly.
No.
We stacked the box for sure.
Were you just like, first read's not there, I'm running?
It was Wildcat offense.
That's what we were. It was a jet sweep, and it was a catch and just tackle Alec.
I need to pull up the huddle. We got to get the huddle tape.
Yeah, you'll see DeMille get hurdled.
right off the bat.
That's how we start the podcast.
Right. No, DeMille's a good buddy of mine. That's why I like bringing that up. But what about like taking stuff under center though? Like, would you
tush push?
I mean, tush push, man. I think I was telling this to AJ too. I was like, you should figure out how to take the ball under center, man. That's a
2022 against the Lions, I did a quarterback sneak for a touchdown.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was like a trick play. We pretended that I lined up wrong, and like everyone's shaking their head, like, get over there, whatever. And I'm like running around. I don't know what to do. And then you just get under, take a snap. First rushing touchdown of my career.
Really? Oh, damn, that's cool. Well, I guess you are a quarterback.
There we go. I played one snap at least.
You throwing a ball?
No.
In the league? No.
I don't think. No.
Emergency QB?
I've been fitted for the emergency quarterback helmet a few times now. Yeah. So
really,
if I'm playing quarterback, I always think, like, I run through this in my head. It's going to be the worst situation for our team, but it's going to be the most amount of fun. Like, you just get in the huddle, but like, bro, let's go play.
You can do no wrong. You throw 5 picks, you're like, like he wasn't supposed to be doing. But if you throw a couple touchdowns, you're like, hey, we might need to put this in the playbook.
Little Tebow action.
Man, get this guy a red jersey. And you're a wrestler.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Wrestling is interesting.
Huge wrestler.
Yeah. I mean, it's I think it helps with contact balance. It helps with literally anything you ever do on a football field would never be as hard as what you went through in wrestling, for sure. Like the mental toughness you'll take with you forever.
Okay. Yeah, I never got into wrestling, but I know I've seen some buddies take it to kind of like, not D1, but take it to some college programs, and I think they're just madmen.
College wrestlers are the scariest human beings ever. Like, 100%. Do not want to get in their way at all. Like, you all do you, do whatever you want, because they're assassins.
That's one of those guys you do not want to get in a fight with.
Cauliflower ear, no shot.
Yeah, no, that's the first thing you look for at a bar.
100%.
Or in a special teams coach.
Yeah. That's did you had some offers then too to wrestle?
Just like smaller schools, D3, D2. Yeah, but I think those calls always were like, okay, but I'm thinking about doing football. My dad was a college wrestler. He went to Northern Michigan, and he sat me down. He's like, if you have opportunities to play football, like, go do that. Wrestling's going to be twice as hard, and no one's going to, like, care. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go do the football thing.
Some NFL matchups, wrestling. Let's see. Do you think if we lined up you and Aaron Rodgers in a wrestling match, who would win?
Dude, Aaron Rodgers? Would he play some mind games on me? I don't know.
You just got to.
I would take a lot of confidence in myself against a lot of NFL athletes in a wrestling match. Unless.
What about James Harrison?
Oh, absolutely not. No, absolutely
like
not.
a Myles Garrett build.
Oh, no shot. They're just so big.
Are they going to be similar build?
Yeah, like weight classes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
best out of all the fullbacks and tailbacks, all running backs, all backfield
running
players.
backs. I'd be most worried about going up against Pat Ricard.
Okay,
300 pounds. He's got good.
Yeah, he's a D lineman.
D lineman, great balance. Yeah. Like, that's going to be a tough matchup, no matter what.
That would be tough.
Yeah. It's probably the toughest backfield.
I'm just imagining all these. Like, we just put a big mat out.
It's all these skill games now.
No more
at the
podcasts.
Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
they should bring wrestling.
Get a wrestling mat out there. See what happens.
See what happens.
Grease them up, singlets and everything. Get them out there.
That'd be crazy. I could not imagine.
What is you were talking about just like being at Wisconsin. What was the process like? Kind of deciding to stay home, being local. I guess I went to Boston College. It was a little. I'm from Connecticut, and I went to Boston College. So I enjoyed being around, having my family and everything come. I remember this year when you came back, you guys were up in the box, and they had that really cool segment on the TV copy of, your family and growing up and the camps and everything that you do here, and which we'll get into. But college, you're there for 4 years, and your family is there at every game, and you can kind of leave your legacy. What was that like, and what went into that decision?
Yeah, I mean, when you got recruited, was there like a big decision to be made? Was there like, were you almost going to go somewhere else?
I committed to Michigan at first. I had a lot of offers coming out. So I committed to Michigan at first, and then I actually got hurt my senior year. Nothing crazy, but I was just like missed like 3-4 games. And I sat down with my grandpa. I went to Notre Dame. Tom Gatewood. I thought I had his card back here, but it must have fallen. But Tom Gatewood, and he was like, where would you want to be without football? And I was like, I want to be close to home. I want my family to see me, kids who, look up to me in a sense, be able to see that you can still be successful. You don't have to necessarily go to the biggest school ever.
Right.
You can still be successful from there. So BC was great 3 years. But yeah, ended up switching from Michigan.
That's a cool conversation to have, and like, kudos to you for being 17, 18 years old and being able to like take that information. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when I was 18, it was like, let's go to the biggest school we possibly can. And it just happened to be Wisconsin. Yeah. So it really wasn't a decision. My big thing was I was committed to NIU to play quarterback. So I had to like make that decision. Am I going to go play quarterback at the next level, see how that goes, or go to the biggest school I possibly can and see how that shakes out? So it wasn't too much of a decision. I sat down with my pops, and he's like, man, you want to see how great you can be? Like, go out into the deep end, see if you can swim with the sharks. And that was it.
I like it. Hey, your dad's got a ton of great advice.
Yeah, you're a good dude, man.
Dropping nuggets.
Yeah.
I love it.
Did you went in as an athlete though, right? Weren't you like originally going to be a linebacker?
Yeah, so Coach Christ offered me at Pitt after we played Appleton North in the playoffs. Saw the game, offered. He ends up getting the Wisconsin job right before signing day, carries over the offer to Wisconsin as an athlete. And when he offered me at Pitt, he was like, I see a lot of James Conner in you. Like, we'll start you out at linebacker just like James did. He'll figure out his way. He ended up being a running back. Obviously, he's left an amazing legacy in everything he's doing. So I was like, all right, I could do that. And so I started out as a linebacker at Wisconsin, tried to figure out how to play defense. I was swimming, dude. I
Really?
never played defense. Like, I would go up against Kyle Monroe when he was playing wide receiver, and like I would just go cover him. You know what I'm saying? That's all I knew. Once you get into like Dave Aranda style defense, the intricacies of it, I couldn't handle that playbook, man.
Do you think it helped you at all? Is there like a couple things? I know you didn't play for that long at linebacker, but is there anything that you're like, I remember this, you know?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're looking at a defensive front, you see like force fits, spilling fits. Like you could kind of understand the leverages of the gaps that the linebackers are playing when they're going to blitz, when they're not. So helps in pass pro a little bit, but outside of that, all the running backs got hurt. They said, give me the rock. I just get 3 yards at the most. Like I was a short yardage guy, and then everyone got healthy and moved to fullback.
Low man trophy of the year, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I didn't get the trophy, though.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Give this man his trophy. Reggie Bush got his trophy back.
Shoot. Yeah. I just need can we go out to like Lemieux Toyota, get a tire, just get a Miller Lite, just staple it on there, just recreate it.
That'd be great.
I know you still do some stuff with Wisconsin, and you're still pretty tied in there. Mm-hmm. What has that connection been like, even post college so far?
I think it's cool. Anytime you're a proud alumni, obviously it's you want to. I mean, we're watching basketball right now. Boys are putting up 100 points. Like I haven't seen that out of the Wisconsin program in a minute. It's entertaining to watch. So yeah, I think just being a fan now, working with the university, a couple things. Obviously, they help out with the foundation, stuff like that, and getting a little course set up for the off season, the little leadership course.
Yes, sir. I'm in there. I'm fired up.
It's gonna be fun, man. I'm excited for it.
So tell everybody what you're doing. How is this you've been doing it for a while, or is
it's the first one?
First year.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
We got a lot of guinea pigs right now.
Yeah,
We'll see
honestly,
if it works
tell me what it is because I signed up. I don't know. I was like leadership. Wisconsin sounds great.
Yeah, get a certificate. We'll throw it up back here.
Exactly, you got to. So my wife is a Badger, Gabrielle, and then Claudia, the youngest, is a cheerleader down there. So we actually went and watched the Wisconsin play Nebraska beat the brakes off of them.
By like 30.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. I think they honestly, if they were locked in, they could have beat them by 50.
Really?
It was Tanji. I hope I'm saying his name right. He's the real deal.
Baller.
He's the real deal, and I like. They're all good, but McGee is probably my favorite player. Number 4, point guard.
Yeah.
He's just
quick.
slashing through, airtime like crazy. But anyway, I'm loving the Badgers right now, and so I'm happy to get a certificate.
Yeah,
if I can pass this test. So what do we got in store, and what are you doing?
Yeah, no, I think it's important. I think any guy that plays football wants to coach eventually or be in that spot. And I was starting to think about, okay, if I wanted to coach, what does it look like? All of a sudden I'm starting to see, like, I had to show up to the facility a little early with the injuries and stuff. All the coaches' cars are in the parking lot already. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're staying there till 9, 10 p.m. You know how it goes. Like, they're working 2-3 jobs in one. So I'm trying to really put myself in a coach's shoes and see if I could live the life that I want to and impact the people I want to in a coaching facility. And I think that idea kind of sparked, okay, well, what if you want to be president of the Packers one day, Mark Murphy one day, or you want to be the CEO of Bellin Health one day? And it's like a really cool thought, but like really putting yourself in that person's shoes. Like, what does their life look like? What is the requirement of leadership? What's the burden of leadership? How do you have to communicate to people? What's the hours look like? So I'm just trying to get a bunch of these guys in the football space, the NFL space. I think a lot of guys in the locker rooms have leadership skills. You've developed it. You're really good at performance-based industries, showing up and performing under high-stress environments. How do you take all those lessons and then bring some awareness about all these different leadership roles to really figure out how you can live a life in purpose? So that's what the course is going to be about, giving some awareness, self-awareness, and figure out where you want to do, where you want to make an impact in the world.
Let's go.
I'm fired up.
I'll run through a wall, baby.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Can't wait. Every Wednesday,
really cool.
I'm locked in.
7 p.m. Let's go.
Virtual course because I'm gonna be down in Florida. We're actually switching places.
Yeah, we are.
You came back to Wisconsin.
You know something I don't.
Well, the February gets a little gray around here.
It gets tough.
Yeah. But I did my last 3 tours. I think I only went my rookie year. We went away. I went to California to train. These last 3 tours, I braved the Wisconsin winter.
Right on.
Stayed here.
Got all the grittiness.
Yes, all of it. All of it. All the salt in my car. I have the dirtiest car in Wisconsin always. It's just like if I can get from point A to point B, I'm fine. I wash that thing the next day. It's salt all over.
Dude, I went to PDQ on Sunday.
Yeah.
Terrible mistake. everyone gets car washes on Sundays.
Oh, yes, they do.
I
PDQ?
completely forgot. I was in there for 20 minutes in the line. I totally forgot about car washes. You don't have to do that in Florida.
No, not really.
You just drive, and it's
Yeah, that's fair.
No
And you
salt.
have to get the rain too. Just
just cleans it up.
free car wash. You just put some soap on it, like dry shampoo.
Yeah.
Clears it up.
Where do the majority of players live in South Florida? Or the Miami guys, are they down by Coral Gables where the stadium is, or is it?
So Coral Gables is like the U.
Right.
That's the University of Miami. Hard Rock is in Miami Gardens.
Oh, okay.
A lot of guys will stay north of that, like Fort Lauderdale area. Bunch of different suburbs around there. We're all spread out though. Some guys are downtown South Beach. Some are downtown Fort Lauderdale. Some guys are in the suburbs. So it's a little spread out for sure for the guys.
It's a crazy commute then too. Probably coming from Lauderdale, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about 30 regularly without traffic. Now, if you hit traffic, you get one accident on 95, and it could be 2 hours.
It's crazy because like I people say that I come from far away because I live in Howard and it's like 20 minutes.
It's not even. Dude, it's 10 minutes.
I mean, really,
Everything's 10 minutes.
I'm just being, if you're going the speed limit.
Yeah.
If you're going the speed limit, there's been some days where, I'm running late. I'm like, oh my goodness, I overslept my alarm. I got to get there. I'm like, 7 minutes. Oh, look at this. I'm at team meeting. Oh, man. And so, you're in Miami now. You played the Raiders.
Were they in Oakland when you were there?
My rookie year was the last year in Oakland, yeah.
Was Marshawn Lynch the tailback that year?
No, I missed him by one.
Oh, that'd have been sick.
I missed him by one. He showed up for Hard Knocks my rookie year, and dude is a legend.
Oh, so your
Everyone
rookie year
loves
was
him.
AB too with the
Yes.
helmet and the feet.
Dude, wild. Like, imagine being a rookie. You don't know what the NFL is, and then Antonio Brown's coming in a hot air balloon in Napa, and he froze his feet off, and he's coloring his helmet to his Steelers helmet to match. It was banana land, dude.
And you just have Hard Knocks out all over the place too.
I'm just trying to win a job. Like, I'm just trying to block Vontez Burfict. That's all I'm trying to do, man.
That's crazy.
No, that is a wild, welcome to the NFL.
Yeah, I couldn't. That's as crazy as it gets, honestly.
And so you got Vegas and Miami, two just complete opposite from Green Bay, or Wisconsin, I would assume.
Yeah. I mean, Vegas is actually very blue collar, very good community feel. Like, Alexa and I loved our time down there in Vegas. Everyone thinks of the Strip, but then everybody that works and lives in Vegas kind of helps facilitate service-based industries, great people, hardworking, like a lot of nature spaces out there in Vegas. So that was a big shock for me. Like, I didn't really understand the community of Vegas is very strong. The Vegas Golden Knights was the first sports team to be there, and they did so great in the Stanley Cup and everything like that. So it became a sports town overnight. Yeah. The Oakland A's are going to be down there soon.
That's really sweet. That stadium looks sweet.
It looks sweet, dude. Right downtown.
You've been to Vegas a couple times.
Yeah.
I've only been to play, but you've enjoyed it.
I went there for Thanksgiving actually. So
what's the most amount of time somebody should be in Vegas for? Do you think on the Strip?
So my experience, I only went once, but it was with my in-laws and during Thanksgiving. So 4 days was awesome because the weather was nice. But I don't know, man. Like a 3-day weekend would be a heavy bender.
If you're running it,
yes, I couldn't imagine. That would be. I mean, you probably had boys come out there and rip it up.
Yeah, but I mean, you're living in the community, so it's a little bit easier. It's not like you're staying in Aria or any of those MGM whatever.
So then Vegas, then to Miami.
What's just the difference?
Miami is Miami's international, bro. Like Miami is like a global city. Yeah. Like you fly into Fort Lauderdale, you fly into Miami. It feels like two completely different states, two completely different environments, and it's 20 miles away from each other. So it's packed, a lot of people, very fast moving, and I think it's a lot of really good energy, like vibrant. Like it's a vibrant city. Mm-hmm. So
saturation all the way up.
Yeah, literally. Like bright lights, you're on the ocean, great food. It's one of the best places to eat food. You can definitely you can pick some spots now in Miami. It's good.
Do NFL teams have kind of a hey, we're gonna the Raiders and the Dolphins? I feel like the Packers and the Jets. Why do certain teams, it feels like players go to that's their next team?
That's a good question.
Just
it's all relationship based. It's got to be relationship based, like any business.
Yeah, recommendations. Hey, what do you think about this guy? You're gonna ask your buddy. before you ask like some coach you don't know probably. That's why I feel like all the guys just bounce around the NFC North. So do the coaches.
Yeah, it's crazy. Actually,
we just
Darius Smith.
Getsy back.
Yeah, Getsy's back.
Getsy's back, but he was with the Bears, and now the Bears got the D coordinator from
O coordinator,
the Lions, or O coordinator from the Lions, and the
Y'all are
Jets. I
speaking
feel
a
like
different
is an outlier.
language. Y'all are speaking a different, like NFC North world.
Yeah.
And then like the AFC East world is completely different. So that's what's crazy is the Packers and the Jets. Like that one doesn't make sense.
That one, that was
just the Rodgers situation. I feel like,
but
and Salah too,
in the Favre situation,
but right, which is so weird. But yeah, I mean the NFC North, they all want to play for each other because everyone's just like I want to play that team twice.
The Packers and the Jets is only if your quarterback has been with the Packers 15 plus years.
Okay,
then you can go to the Jets.
That's the rule,
and bring a couple guys with you.
Okay.
But I feel even like who's the D lineman who went from the Dolphins to the Raiders, right?
Christian Wilkins,
yeah. Like I don't know. I just feel like there's for whatever reason like
Mac Hollins too. So Mac Hollins and I kind of swapped. Like we kind of missed each other, and he was a great special teams guy for the Dolphins for a long time.
Right.
He was making crazy plays for the Bills in the AFC Championship games, stirring up the pot, celebrating no shoes, like all those antics. So yeah, it's kind of crazy to see some of those parallels.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. It just has to be coaching staff or GMs talking, or scouts talking, or whatever. So
you talked about. We're talking about coaches. You talked about potentially wanting to get into coaching. I know you got more football, but do you think down the line that would be something you'd want to lean into, or more just kind of getting the feel of different leadership roles?
Yeah, I think just different leadership roles in general. Yeah. But like, dude, it's so much fun seeing somebody take the lessons that you were trying to portray or teach and then apply and have success. Like I was out for a couple weeks this year, and we'd have wide receivers or tight ends kind of doing that fullback job for a little bit, and being able to help like just in a little bit and then see them make plays on Monday Night Football. Like you get so hype on the sideline, bro. Like it gives you so much joy, and it's being connected and creating those relationships. It's like, that's hard to beat, bro.
Yeah. I always tell this guy he should coach.
I did enjoy coaching one year. It was fun. I coached Southern Door, so D5 Wisconsin football.
Heck yeah, dude.
Undefeated regular season.
Yeah, conference champs.
Pass game coordinator?
Kind of, a little way. I was a receivers coach. It's D5, and not many college players or people who played in college to coach up in Southern Door.
Right.
But still, it was a fun staff. It was an awesome learning experience.
Did the Eagles?
Yeah, the Eagles. Yeah. Good school colors, too.
Sick school colors.
Baby blue and red. Yeah, it's nice.
Shout out Bayport, state champs.
Yeah,
my guy Brady
crazy.
Moon.
Big dub.
Big Brady Moon.
That's the first one, right?
First one.
For football, yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You guys have had some really good teams throughout the years, but
yeah. I mean, to be able to break through it was cool to see. Like proud alumni, like shout out Pirates, yeah, it's cool to see. We talk about the weight room, their whole facility, everything they built out there. It's been pretty cool to see as just an alumni and a fan.
Bayport University.
Seriously.
The only one. We always say, we're talking NFC North, we always say Packer fans are the best in the world. Vegas, Miami. Who's got better fans?
These Dolphins fans are great, man. I love you. Oh, shoot. What am I supposed to say, man? Like,
bro, this is a free podcast.
Yeah, this is what I'm going to say. I do think growing up in Green Bay, you get an appreciation for, like, informed fans. And I feel like growing up here, there's a lot of investment, a lot of people watching, listening. You get Larry McCarron teaching you the X's and O's from when you're 6 years old all the way throughout. I feel like football is such a mainstay and a fabric of this community. Going to Vegas was wild because you have an entire community. They haven't had those game day shows. They haven't had those different type of radio shows where like Donald Driver would show up at the bar and hang out. Like they didn't have those types of things built in yet. So it was really cool to be a Raider in Vegas for the first year and like learning together with the fans on what that environment, what that identity was going to be, which was really cool. Dolphins, first time I landed in Miami, Dan Marino, like Runway 84, their restaurants, like the glory days, the perfect season. It's cool to see the history of the Dolphins and the generations of fandom, no matter what. Like we haven't won a playoff game in 25 years. Not a secret that we're trying to change that narrative, but to see the fans go through all of that and you see grandparents and then the kids and then the grandkids all cheering Dolphins the whole time. That's pretty cool.
That is really, really cool. Generational. I just think it's, I've been lucky enough to be with the Packers the last 5 years. This is the sports team.
Right.
Vegas, you got 3 other teams, and then 4?
One other team, the Golden Knights.
Is there not?
The Oakland A's are going to be there soon.
I think I was doing soccer. You got
Las Vegas Aces, WNBA.
Oh.
So, yeah, 3.
Well, you got some other.
Yeah, we got a handful.
You got other professional
sure.
athletes walking around.
Yep.
Right now, it's pretty much like, oh, that's a Packer player over there at High B.
100%.
Is that? Do you have like some good friends on other teams like that? And just like, I guess Miami. What do you got? The Marlins.
We got the Marlins. Yeah.
For some reason, I thought they moved.
The Marlins?
No, they're still there.
They changed logos and everything.
Okay.
Inter Miami. You got Messi.
Ooh,
We got the
have
Heat.
you ever
Oh,
met
yeah.
Messi?
No, not at all.
Have you been to a game there
I don't
yet?
want to get tackled by his security. I'm like shake his hand and be like, "Who is
Let
this
me
guy?"
shake your hand. I just want to shake it.
No, it's a good sports town. Yeah, you got the Marlins. You got Inter Miami's cool. Dude, the first game Messi came back, like LeBron James showing up, Serena Williams, all these people. Like Tua was at that game, and he was telling us about that whole match, and the whole environment was crazy. Like I haven't been out, but it sounds fun.
Yeah,
I could imagine, dude. Like that's like you said, it's an international city, so it was probably
that place
ridiculous.
was rocking.
Dude, they were selling Messi burgers at Publix like 2 years before he showed up. Like, they had that totally planned out and executed to perfection, man.
That's crazy. Great marketing. Are you guys still the fastest team?
Come on now.
Are you still the fastest team? What's that like? You got Moser, you got Devon A-Chain, you got Tyreek Hill, you got Jalen Waddle, you got, Tua throwing on the ball. You just got, and there's a bunch of other guys on the team that make plays. Just such an explosive team, and being a huge part of, special teams and the offense there. What's that like? There's really only one Dolphins when it comes to, there's only one team like that has all those weapons.
Yeah. It's cool when we're playing September football at Hard Rock, and it's like, you don't know what's going to happen. The week 1 game against the Jaguars, we had crazy situations happening throughout the entire training camp, right before the game, a bunch of guys getting detained, all like craziness. And then you just like,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Tua throws a bomb to Reek, and he's like just running past everybody. And it's like, there's moments like that where you're just like, I don't think we're the same, are we the same species? Like, are we doing the same jobs? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
I could have, totally forgot about that. Dude, that must have been. What was the locker room like? Were you guys just like, holy shit, look at what's going on with?
Yeah, it just kind of spread, and everyone's like, all right, well, we got a job to do. Like, we'll take care of that when the time is. And I think the organization did a great job of keeping us focused. Like, the fans are at the game. You need to, be a professional, but then afterwards, just like taking care of the human beings, making sure everyone's okay, talking through that whole, it was a touchy subject for a little minute there down in Miami. So glad it all got ironed out. Crazy.
That was crazy.
Dude, I totally forgot about that.
Week 1.
So obviously, Miami's got a fast squad, but if we were to build out a 4x100 team, like out of all the NFL players,
Has to be active.
has to be active.
No, you can just give your 4. Has to be like active players. You can't go back. You can't do Chris Johnson from back in the day.
Give your 4. Like,
Give
what's
your
your 4x100?
Do you need
And
to think about
I don't
it?
get any of my
I did
guys.
pre-think about this. No, you can take your guys.
I can take my guys,
You can take your guy, any of your guys. It has to be 4 people though.
but they have to beat the 4
It's 4 people running a 4x1 with pads on.
with pads on.
Pads
Ooh,
are
I
on,
love
so
that
it's
wrinkle.
game speed. It's game speed.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, obviously the narrative is like nobody's beating Devon, Raheem, Jalen Waddle, Tyreek, like at all. I don't think so.
You don't
Especially not from the same team. But if we're going through this now,
Not same team. You can all over the
all
NFL,
over the
you can
NFL, I think you got to go DK, right? DK is a trackster.
Yep.
Ran in the
Yeah.
100 meter race. I think Jahmyr Gibbs is crazy fast too.
pick. He is.
Yeah,
Xavier Worthy.
that
Yep.
one. He had a 4.21. That's disgusting.
That's gross. I'm gonna pick Jalen Ramsey too. See, his game speed is crazy,
Jalen Ramsey.
Really?
That's
crazy,
All right.
crazy game speed.
I like DK.
Yeah,
I'm going to take DK. I feel like he's real good off the blocks. Then the curve. that first curve, I'm going to get Tyreek.
Okay, yeah.
He'll lean into it. Straight away, Xavier Worthy.
Yep.
Bringing us home, Chase Brown from the Bengals.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a little dark horse, I feel like.
He flies.
Flies?
He flies. I think he was like the fastest guy this year in game.
Game speed?
Yeah, or one of. I remember watching him. He was just taking off.
Yeah.
Damn. I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Is he one of those guys that looks like he's running fast, like the bobblehead situation, or is it smooth?
He's kind of smooth. Anybody who runs that fast is smooth.
Yeah, it is true.
If I start trying to pick up speed, you know it. You know it.
I'm taking Eckler out the gates. I'm playing. Oh,
Man,
no.
that's crazy.
That's a crazy story.
My twins out here just catching straight.
Are you saying he's slow?
I mean, not slow, but
no, he's not one.
4x1.
Guys. Yeah. All right, no. I'm gonna do Tyreek out the gates. So I feel like right away, round the bend there. I'm gonna go with Christian Watson. When he's healthy, he's flying.
Doing the curve?
Around the curve, yeah.
Okay.
Like I feel like
he's flying. No, he's fast.
Then DK, and then Xavier Worthy to finish it.
I don't like your build of your team.
That's fine.
That is.
I think I want to throw Buda Baker in at the end just because he looks like he's running crazy fast all the time. He plays crazy. Now, I don't know the actual speed, but
I might throw if you got an alternate.
You get an alternate?
Yeah, I might do Turpin from the Cowboys.
Ooh, that's a great pick. Return man?
Yeah. I didn't mean to shit on your.
I mean, you did.
I just don't like your placement. Everybody, I feel like Christian, you're putting him at the straightaway.
Yeah, but Christian,
you put like DK on that curve if you want like somebody dig around. Then you get Christian just going straight. But you're the coach of your team.
How is the 4x100? Like, isn't it like don't all they all get the curve, right? Or no?
No.
It's curve, straight, curve, straight.
It's straight, curve, straight, curve. And they hand off a baton. It's all right.
Ball security is important then.
Ball security is huge.
I think we all picked like offensive guys.
Yeah,
though,
I did not pick any. Well, you picked Jalen Ramsey.
I did. Yeah.
He really has that crazy game speed. Oh,
yeah.
I mean,
whenever he turns it on, dude, like I remember him and Devon chasing each other during a off season, or maybe it was a training camp practice, and it's like both of those guys turning on, flying like
he wasn't far behind.
Speed. Yeah.
He trains down in Florida still, right? Like he does like old school, like.
Yeah, he's a Florida State guy, and just a lot of those guys stay down there.
Does he do the Gold Feet Global?
I don't know. I think that's like Waddle. Reek did that for a little bit.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a guy trainer who's works with like all the fastest guy. Like I know Zay Flowers goes down there, and they just do everything you see on like those clips, the off season training where they're going.
Yeah,
it's just like how the heck are they moving? I mean. Slow feet don't eat.
You see some of those Euro steps coming back, and then it's all the ad-libs. Get out.
That's funny.
Oh, dude. I need to go there for one session.
Yeah.
It should just look terrible. If I go solo, it'd be great.
Bro, how was the combine for you? Did you like that with like going all those drills with all these like small, fast guys?
Yeah. I didn't mind the combine, honestly. The combine was pretty smooth for me. What I didn't like is I hated the test day. You went to the combine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hated that test day.
Yeah.
Where you're just like doing all the tests all night.
Yeah.
And the Giants make you do their own special damn test.
Bro.
You got to do a whole hour test just for the Giants.
What are the test questions?
It's like SATs, essentially. It's not football.
It's all like Wonderlic?
Yeah, well, you do the Wonderlic. And then the Giants have their own tests. So you do the Wonderlic, then you do the...
That's working out for them.
Yeah. And then I think there was maybe one more. But it's just... And then you're just meeting with your phone buzzes and you got to go meet with the coach here and you go to the office here and just blah, blah, blah. There's so much more than that one day. People think you just show up and run around. There's medical day and you're in the hospital for like 4 or 5 hours.
Don't they make you like walk up in your underwear too?
Yeah,
just like you can't like.
That was a tough day for me. Showing up to weigh-in day, you get like I was right in between. Was it Josh Jacobs and Travis Homer? And I'm like, bro, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? I'm the only fullback there. I look terrible compared to all these running backs. So the testing, the wonder, like I was dialed into all that.
Yeah.
You know, the IQ stuff, I was like, this is my time to shine, man. I need this. Yeah, the test day was terrible for me.
Yeah, you walk up there, you're in your boxers, they take your body fat and all those percentages, you do your bench, but they walk out and they introduce you and they give all your metrics. It's like Alec Ingold, however tall,
You're just like a robot.
wingspan. Yeah, and you just sit there, you don't weigh, you just like, you're literally just stand in the middle, they look at you and be like, all right, get off.
That's crazy.
It's like a stage too. It's like a full stadium stage. They
go up and it's like Hunger Games, bro.
Yeah, you're
you
in
just
your
walk
underwear,
out there in your body.
measure your hands.
You don't do anything.
Measure the hands.
You just go out there and they announce you and you look around.
Dude,
and they look at you and like, all right, or absolutely not. Get him on. That'd be
Nobody
crazy.
booed.
Boo.
That's I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, but I mean it's super intimidating too. Like especially as a, you're trying to that whole week be as impressive as possible, and you're like, all right, that's a coach, that's a scout, like head scout. You're just sitting here as like however old you are, and so, oh shit, do they like what they see?
I hope so.
I'm like, can I breathe now? But no, that was fun. I mean, the combine testing went well, but the very end, we did the L drill like after everything, and for whatever reason, with the running backs, they're like, yeah, nobody's really doing it. Like, you don't really have to do it, but, like, you can. And so most guys were like, no, we're not going to do it. And then a couple of my buddies, you get to know the guys. They're like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll run around. But so not serious. So they're just running. So I'm like, yeah, I'll go out there and do it.
Yeah.
But that was my worst thing because, like, we were literally just like, yeah, we'll do it. I, like, put my cleats back on. But, I ran well, jumped well and all that stuff. So, but funny time thinking back on that. It's crazy. I remember my big thing was, all we did was run the ball at Boston College. Mm. And so I think I only had like 15 catches. And so everybody's like, he can't catch. I'm like, we just didn't throw the ball. And so I was so locked in every single pass. I was so, eyes to the tuck. I didn't drop a ball. So that was good. What was the drill you were most nervous for? Or not nervous, but like most like dialed into? Like, this is what I need to know.
I mean, I needed a decent 40. Mm-hmm. I knew my bench press was going to be garbage. I think it was, honestly, mine was like the field work. Like, I want to get over the bags well, run the routes well, catch the ball. I want to do all that stuff well because that was my only shot, man. I just need to look like I could bend, move, do all that because whatever my 40 was,
this guy's got
everybody
great
else.
bend.
Yeah, right. Like,
I love
he's
football
sneaky
talk.
Athletic. Yeah.
For like the very few listeners who don't like really dial into football, it's like, what does he mean by bend?
Yeah,
just looking smooth over the bag. Yeah. That's funny.
I kept messing up. You go over the bags and they make you do the drills, but there's one guy waiting for you and you like cut off of him.
Yep.
I would keep, just trying to like pick up speed to like show that I'm fast, and I'd get right to him, and so I just keep spinning. So I was like, I think it looked pretty.
Yeah.
But like I did not do what I was supposed to do.
Right.
I just like spin off him. I looked like the Commanders guy who just kept repeatedly jumping over.
Frankie
yeah.
It's like, you're not supposed to spin. Comes back, spins again. I think, in wrapping up, I know you're doing a lot of stuff off the field as well. We talked about what you're doing with Wisconsin and the certificate and the class, leadership class. Talk more about your foundation. I know you had a really successful campaign this year, and you've been doing it for a long time and been really successful, helped out a lot of people. I know the majority of our listeners are from Green Bay or Wisconsin, so they might have seen it, but kind of what is that? How can people get involved, and what got you started?
Yeah, I think we're going into year 3 now of the foundation. It's been good. I started with advocating for youth adoption, kids in foster care. I was adopted myself, so anytime you can relate at a deep level to another group of individuals, I think is extremely important. You being able to use that platform of the NFL, be able to come back doing football camps, financial literacy, that was my major in college, being able to teach money mini camp is what we call it. It's basically like a reality day for some of these kids, what a budget is, credit and debit, making sure that they have some sort of financial literacy, and then also figuring out their LinkedIn, making sure they're good with business, how to shake a hand, eye contact, interview skills. So we do all that for the kids, and then as well as mental performance mindset stuff. So we love to advocate for adoption, youth and foster care, and then we're also partnering with community-based learning. So like the YMCA, the CASA Brown County, different Green Bay Public School District, like partnering with a bunch of these different youth groups or groups to be able to implement our curriculum and help kids, regardless if you're adopted or not, to be able to get these life lessons and try and be the best version of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Just give kids confidence and courage to be themselves, be comfortable in their own skin. Lessons that I think we all wish we would have learned and embodied a little bit early on in life. Just trying to do right by the opportunities afforded to us.
That's awesome, man. I think those are all like major skills and honestly sometimes overlooked. I just feel like we're doing all the right things. That fired me up. Like,
just life, man. Help the kids with life.
That's really cool. Yeah, seriously, I love to see that, giving back to the community. It's really awesome to see. But honestly, what you and AJ have both done, it's not a lot of people make that much effort towards it, and to see both of y'all really strive. And
how fulfilling are some of those events that you've been putting on? I know it's like very new, but it's some of the most rewarding feelings, huh?
Yeah, no, it's only year one, so when you're not at the actual event, it's like so much. Like, hey, we got to plan this, we got to get this. Like, how can we? You want it to be perfect, because it is. You want everybody you're trying to help out to get the best experience and raise the most money for your cause and things like that. But it's awesome. I've been able to do a bunch with the Boys and Girls Club and Feeding America over the years, but this year we did a couple events at the Boys and Girls Club, and just being able to get in there and serve food and have those kids and just see how excited they are. I do a lot of trading card things, Dillon's deals, which we've talked about a bunch on the podcast, but some of the extra cards that we might get, I can bring in there.
Yeah.
And like, I'll see these kids, like, they don't know, but you never know how it can become, now I love football, or now I love Pokemon, or this is something that they can go home and talk about. And just seeing those smiles is huge. So that's awesome. Maybe we'll do something together. I really got fired up about the LinkedIn thing. I've been a big LinkedIn buff lately.
Oh, shoot. LinkedIn, man, that's a social media platform. I think it's funny when you see those memes and it's like LinkedIn's just a bunch of people like, great job doing that. In other words, like, thank you, congratulations. And it's like, it is a lot of positivity over there.
I do love the template.
And I've just seen like that same dude do the most heinous thing ever. It's like your buddy. It's like, excellent, It's like, and then it's like, dude, I saw what you did last weekend, man.
Hey, but the comment section is great, like you're saying.
It's very uplifting.
It's fun.
You'll get trolls on other social media. On LinkedIn, it's great job. I haven't talked to you in 10 years, but I knew you would.
That is true.
I knew you could.
Yeah, there's no heated arguments on LinkedIn too much.
No, that'd be a crazy bit.
Should
we just start a LinkedIn burner?
Just start roasting people.
I have to unconnect with you now.
Yeah.
This is just not you.
I mean, some people get political on there. I'm like, what are we doing? This is not the place, But
just let me know you got promoted and move on.
Yeah. Congratulations on 3 years.
Let me validate a skill for you.
Honestly, go validate my skills. Nobody has. Maybe I put too many skills.
I got you.
I felt, I was feeling good when I made the profile. I think I have like 40 skills.
Yeah,
we
got you.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. That's 2 more. I feel like you've done a great job keeping it a fist away, and I know you do.
I've been
this Sirius
very
XM
intentional
show.
about this. I'm trying to not mess it up. So,
no, it's been great.
Right here,
you do the Sirius XM show, Sirius XM NFL, the Players Point.
Mm-hmm.
Every
Tuesday. Got it in a couple hours.
And a couple hours coming up. Do you think broadcasting, commentating, might be something do you just enjoy it?
I just love it, man. Yeah. It's like sitting on the couch watching with your pops. Like that's the feel that you get. Being able to, they teach you at broadcast boot camp the different ways to create a good environment for the listeners. Educate, entertain, or bring enthusiasm. If you have one of those 3, all 3 of those 3, that's the best way to portray whatever you're trying to do on television. And I love educating people about football, like the nuances of run scheme, outside zone, gap scheme, all that good stuff. And also just having fun with it, man. Like, this is a game. Like, we're having fun, talking ball, enjoying something that brings so many people together. Like, it's tough to beat.
I like it. Is that the NFLPA boot camp you're talking about, or what?
Yeah,
I think I signed up for that. I got so many random things.
You're gonna get so many more skills on
bro.
LinkedIn,
This is
dude.
the off season of skills, bro, and I'll have so many more people to validate this. I'm just doing things simply for LinkedIn. Come on, build up the resume.
It's like the Boy Scouts, like get the badges.
Yes.
As many badges you can get on
LinkedIn badges.
Just a QR code. QR code.
That'd be good.
What is that link? Hey, click it.
Validate some skills, man.
Oh, that's fantastic, man. Well, we appreciate your time. Before we let you go, First stop you had to make. You came back from Miami. You're in Green Bay. You're spending the off season here. First restaurant you go to.
You already know. I hope you know.
I think I might know. You gotta tell me what it is.
It's at Culvers, man.
Culvers.
Yeah.
It had to be
They don't have
Butterburger.
any Culvers down there.
They have one.
Oh, really?
They have one.
Do you drive
And
to it?
So we found it.
So
So my wife and I found this place, right? And it's in South Florida. It's right down from the facility. And when we found it, we made a couple trips. Now I had to change the name on the Uber Eats app just to make sure we're mixing it up enough. But yeah, Culver's in Wisconsin, it's hard to beat.
yeah.
It's not the same.
I love that. Have you put any of the guys on for that?
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of Badgers, on the Dolphins as well. We had Michael Dieter, Andrew Van Ginkel, a bunch of those guys. So we had a little kumbaya around Culver's. So
I love that.
I'm glad they made one down there.
That's sweet.
fantastic.
That's sweet. Anything else? This was a blast, dude.
No,
It was
good
fun to
hang.
relive the glory days a little bit.
Good hang.
Great
Yeah.
hang.
Yeah,
Great
great.
hang.
Sorry
This
to
episode
Jacob
fun.
DeMille for catching the stray.
Yeah. No, he'll
And
love
Austin
it.
Eckler.
And that was you.
As always, everybody, all the listeners, we appreciate you. Steady growing the Toonen and Dillon podcast, and we thank you for spending some time with us. We know you're a busy man, hot commodity. Let me know where you're staying. I'll Uber Eats you some Culvers.
Good hang. Yeah, it'll be good.
Send you over a concrete mixer or something.
Right on.
All right, man. Appreciate you guys. Go like, subscribe, follow, share, everything you need to do for podcasts, and continue the support. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.